Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers who may be here for the first time. So the thank yous first for all your support, feedback, comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you. You guys are brilliant. Keep them coming. Thank you to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. I'm so grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And thank you to my regular clients as well for being so consistent with your feedback on how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little about or description button on my channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information in detail and has my email address. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm usually able to get back with you pretty quickly. And current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within a 2-week period of time we can set something up for you. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. So these are general readings. There's many of you watching, so of course they're not going to mean the same thing to everybody to the same degree and intensity. So make sure if you know your rising and your moon sign videos, try to watch those as well. They will give you additional insight and clarification, and they may resonate a little more predictively for you than your primary sun sign. I will be pulling 4 cards for the mid-month readings, 2 cards for each of the remaining 2 weeks, with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy and advice. So this reading is for the air sign of Aquarius for June 2017 mid-month. Show me what the remainder of the month of June 2017 has in store for our Aquarians, the water bearers. Aquarius, June 2017 mid-month. Okay, Aquarius, we begin with the Devil, followed by the Star. We have the 3 of Cups, accompanied by the 8 of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the 6 of Swords. So, Aquarius, it looks like the majority of you are moving on from something or are struggling, perhaps making the decision to move on from something or the actual action of moving on from something, or you're in the process of moving on from something, but you may be struggling with whether or not you're doing the right thing. So we find ourselves around the middle of June 2017, Aquarius, time being somewhat fluid, as I always say, with the energy of 2 major arcana cards. We have the Devil and the Star. Different kind of energies. The Devil is fundamentally a card of imbalance. It can represent addictions, conventional addictions like drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, shopping. It can represent unhealthy relationships, too much power and control or neediness, obsessiveness, controlling issues and behavior within the relationship. It can represent, strong temptations. But fundamentally, it's about imbalance, kind of the scales being out of whack, too much attention and focus in one area to the detriment and exclusion of others. Now, it's paired with, so some of you may be, I feel like for a lot of you, it's struggling with a decision that you're making or have made or in the process of kind of acting on. So the Devil is accompanied by the Star card. Now the Star card is a card of hope and faith, but it's kind of a sense of renewed hope and faith, which I believe drawing on this power is going to help you overcome any doubts or fears or insecurities you have about the decision that you've made to move away from something, or it may help you in the decision-making process. The Star card I often see it's a card of peace, restoration, and healing, and I often see it come up for people who are beginning to recover from something, whether it's a physical illness or a really bad breakup or divorce or death of some kind. It's kind of a winter into spring, darkness into light, sickness into health kind of feeling. Renewed faith, hope, and optimism, and trust, and a hope and faith in your connection to God, Spirit, your angels and guides, and a trust that the path that you're on is the right one and that it leads to your joy and fulfillment. This woman is emptying her pitchers of water water out into the reservoir of water that she's kneeling in. And she's completely emptying her reserves out in perfect faith and confidence that when she needs them refilled, they will be, because the source itself is limitless. She trusts the path that she's on. She trusts that what she's doing, that she feels led to do, is the right thing to do. But it looks like some of you are maybe kind of struggling with that. You may be trying to overcome an addiction of some kind. You may be trying to overcome an unhealthy relationship. Regardless of the specifics of how it plays out in your life, because there's so many of you watching, it's going to mean different things to different Aquarians watching. Fundamentally, the energy is in struggling with the decision to move away, wherever you are at in that decision, whether you're struggling with whether or not to do it, whether you've decided to do it and you're having a hard time actually doing it. The key is to trust that you're on the right path and that this struggle is actually worth it, and not to forget that you have people around you that care about you. There appears to be like resources and friendships. I think particularly those, any close connected friends that you have, are going to be of huge assistance to you and help to you through this process, because next to that, around the last week of June 2017, we have the Three of Cups followed by the Eight of Cups. So Cups is water energy. The suit of Cups in the tarot is governed by water, and it's all about our emotions, our feelings, relationships. The Three of Cups is a card, there's a strong social theme to this card, but it's about enjoying the company of people you feel connected with. This is about enjoying and appreciating and drawing on the emotional connections you have with really close friends, kind of best friends. It can represent sisters, but it's not just specifically a feminine energy. It's basically fundamentally about people that care about you, people that you feel very connected with, and particularly paired with the Eight of Cups. The Three of Cups is accompanied by the Eight of Cups. This is a card of walking away. It's a card of making up your mind definitively to leave something behind. And the something, it may vary from person to person. It could be an actual addiction. It could be an unhealthy relationship. It could be an unhealthy job or work situation as well. The cups behind him represent that what he was doing, what he was involved in, tasted and drunk from them, and they've turned out to be not what he wanted. They turned out to be different than what he thought it was going to be. It's a card which represents feeling really disillusioned, deep disappointment in something, and making up your mind definitively to walk away from it, even if you're not quite sure what direction you're going in or where you're headed. It's a card about really walking away from that which isn't working for you, which perhaps is unhealthy or even painful for you. And accompanied by the Three of Cups, it's about reaching out to the people around you that care about you for help and strength and sustenance through this process. They may even, it may be that your friends, have stood by you this whole time and they're helping you kind of through this. And they may even be physically helping you in a moving process, moving away from whatever it is that is unhealthy for you, is not working for you anymore. There is a very strong theme for those of you who have not yet made this decision definitively, there's a very strong message about leaving it behind because it's not working for you. There's some sense of fundamental imbalance, whether it's a work situation, whether it's a relationship issue, or an addiction or strong attraction to something, which for some reason, it could be something that you're doing that nobody else knows about. But that presence of the Three of Cups is about connecting and using the friendships that you have, the relationships that you have, the close ones that you trust as a source of empowerment and as a source of help and sustenance and faith in moving you through this. And it's underscored by your crowning card. Your overall energy and guidance from the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. Swords is air energy, and in the tarot, the Suit of Swords is all about what goes on up in here. It's mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's about our words, our ideas, our perspectives, our belief systems, and how that affects how we communicate and how we communicate those. The Six of Swords is a card of, like the Star, it's a card of peace, restoration, and healing. It's a card of moving away from imbalance, just like, the devil and the star card. That devil is imbalance. The star card is hope and faith that what you're doing, moving away from it, is the right thing. The Six of Swords is a card also about moving away from a troubled, turbulent, chaotic time or thing and into a place that's smooth, peaceful, placid, quiet, serene, and more balanced. If you could see the water behind this boat, it would be choppy and wavy and turbulent like the devil. But she's moving into a place that's more balanced, more peaceful, more serene. It's transitional, meaning the worst is behind you. You're leaving it behind. You're in process. You haven't quite reached the other shore yet, but you're moving towards that. And as the overall energy and guidance, again, for those of you who are struggling with this decision, it feels very strong that whatever it is that is causing this imbalance, it's something you're meant to leave, to walk away from. And for those of you who are in the process of already doing this or have just done this, have strength and courage and have the faith that you have made the right decision, and allow your friends and the people around you that care about you to kind of help you, to hold you up, and to be a source of stability and healing in your life. So Aquarius, that pretty much wraps up your June 2017 mid-month reading. I hope that you have found it useful, helpful. I hope it's given you a little bit of food for thought or some insight and guidance, because that's why we do these readings. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can click on that About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the July 2017 general readings. And until then, Aquarius, as always, know that I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.